All right, you're trying to train your six-pack abs for the summer, which means you want to train your rectus abdominis. Those fibers are going to go straight up and down parallel to your spine, meaning that you have to bend through the spine forwards and backwards to train them. Now, the most conventional or standard way to do this is a normal crunch. Bringing your chest towards your belly button, coming from the top down. But because we're going from the top down, you're primarily training your upper abs. If you want to preferentially target your lower abs, you want to come from the bottom up, whether it's hanging on the captain's chair, or my favorite, the reverse crunch, where you have a lot more control over your spine's flexion. Now, the most standard way to do this is to lie on your back on the bench, grab the top or the sides of the bench, whatever's most comfortable for you. I prefer the top. And from here, you're raising your knees up. This is our starting position. Our tailbone is on the bench. You're pulling your tailbone or peeling your tailbone off of the bench, then your lower back, mid back, and then upper back, and then slowly unraveling like a fruit roll up, upper back, mid back, lower back, and eventually tailbone. Any motion beyond this will be a hip flexor motion through the hip flexors and the quad. The movement stops when the tailbone hits the bench. Now, if you want to make this a little bit more controlled, then you can set a eccentric tempo. I like to do 6 counts. So from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and at 6, my tailbone touches the bench. Coming all the way up again. From the top, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I replace that first count with the rep that I'm on so I can simultaneously count my reps as well as my eccentric tempo. If you want to make this more difficult, there's 2 ways to do this. 1, you can extend through the hips, and 2, you can incline that bench. Now let's start with the first. If you want to make it more difficult by extending the hips, then you're opening up the hips. Think about bringing your toes, touching your toes down towards the floor, but eventually that body weight is so far away from you that your back can't resist the upward position anymore, and it'll slowly bring your tailbone down to the bench. The further your weight of your lower body is away from your axis of rotation, which is your spine, the more difficult it'll be. So if we want to take that even further, then we can straighten out our legs entirely. So from this position, straightening out our legs, and then slowly coming down, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now that is significantly harder because not only are we opening up our hips, but we're also extending our knees. So to make it more difficult, pushing that mass away from your spine by extending the hips and or your knees. Now the other way to make this movement more difficult and to add progression or load, we can bring the bench into more of an incline. And if you have it vertical, then it'll be almost impossible. Most of this movement is focused on the eccentric, so don't worry too much about how fast you're swinging your body up into that starting position. We are coming up, control, control on the way down. And that is so much more difficult than lying flat. So to summarize, we're bending through that lower spine with a 6-second eccentric. Number 2, we're making it more difficult by either increasing that incline or just extending our mass of our lower body away from our spine by extending our hips, reaching our toes towards the ground and trying to resist our lower back from touching the bench while we do that, or extending your knees and using a straight leg and then opening up the hips. If you want lower abs, this is a great way to do it, and honestly, my favorite.
Book your personal training consultation today.